San Francisco 49ers linebacker Fred Warner previews the Arizona matchup after watching Arizona beat the Cowboys, who the 49ers actually will play after Arizona. So they got Arizona, Cowboys back to back. Arizona just beat Cowboys, and this is what Fred Warner thought of that matchup.
Arizona game.
Of course.
And they play
They play the Cowboys.
They played the Cowboys. That's why we were so okay. One, because we play them next week, and the Cowboys also we play them really soon too. And that was crazy. Like, what about that game did you look at in depth?
Yeah, no, I was really obviously interested in watching that game because I mean we played Arizona this week, so I wanted to kind of get a jump on watching their film, watching what they were who they are, like who are you, like this season. And then the Cowboys they're the talk of town. People talking about how they're the best team in the league. They came off to such a hot start, and man, did Arizona come to play. And I didn't get to watch, as intently as I will when I watch the tape on, on the iPad or, on my laptop. But it just seemed like Arizona they just came ready, and the Cowboys didn't play as hard as Arizona was playing. And that's, I mean, much respect to both sides. Like, I have a lot of respect for the Cowboys and a lot of respect for any of our divisional opponents, because like we play these teams twice a year. So like I know a lot of guys on that side of the ball for any of our divisional opponents. So like I got a lot of respect for a lot of their players, and they showed up big time. That was a huge win for them. It's going to be a huge test for us on Sunday. Anytime it's a divisional opponent, you got to come ready to go. Anybody can beat anybody in the NFL because it's good on good, best on best every single week.
Yeah. It was cool watching them too, because I'm like, okay, like we play them next week, and the Cowboys, they say, are just like crazy good right now. And the Cowboys were 3-2-0. They were 2-0, and then the Arizona was walking in 0-2.
0-2.
So that's already intimidating. And then, of course, I'm sure the Cowboys, I don't know when you're walking in a game, and do you put that into perspective? Do you say, okay, we're 3-0 and this team's whatever they are, and do you walk in feeling different, or is it just always like a clean slate, like nothing else matters?
I mean, for me, I always show ultimate respect to my opponent because, like I just said, like I've played enough football now I'm year 6 now. Like I've played enough football where I've been in those games where we were the I don't know, like we were the
Not
Goliath.
The favored team.
We were the Goliath, right? And they were the David. Like, and then all of a sudden you look up and you happen to lose the game just because you weren't able to execute just the small things, like the little things like penalties and the turnover battle, like all these little things that you don't really think about early on in your career. Like now, being where I'm at now, you have all these different scars on you where it's like, all right, like you got to respect your opponent regardless of who it is.
Yeah.
And so, maybe the Cowboys did kind of take Arizona lightly, thinking that they were just going to be able to walk in there and just, get an easy win, easy dub. But I mean, just from watching the game,
it's easy to feel like that though. Like, okay, we're doing so good. Just like,
of course,
I know we're doing pretty good.
Of course, people are stroking your ego left and right. Like, imagine us right now. Like, we're 3-0. People are ranking us the top team in the league. People think that we don't look at that stuff. Like, no, obviously you see all of that. Like,
and of course, like even though you say you don't, that doesn't come into consideration now. Even more so, it doesn't, because of the way Arizona played this week, and they just beat Dallas, who was projected to win.
I mean, I feel like I already had every reason to go out and play hard this upcoming Sunday, but yeah, that gives you an extra reason, like the fact that they did go out and do what they did to the Cowboys this past weekend. Like, that gives you even more so of a reason to come out and be on your P's and Q's, because like I said, every week you got to come out and play, or else you're going to get beat.
What do you think of this whole situation of the Dallas Cowboys losing to the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers, playing both these teams in the next 2 weeks? And what did you think of what Fred Warner had to say about these matchups? This episode was found on the Warner House podcast. And again, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.